And another area is missionary trips. We know that the Jesus people are people of traveling always. Just few examples. These are taken from our ministries. The ministries, how the ministries are using these mission trips. Some examples, the teens ministry, when we look today, the Cello project. It started from Cello Kashmir, and now the last one was Cello Chhattisgarh. The teenagers were traveling to the mission places and proclaiming the gospel in the schools and maybe the teenagers of that area. But that is spreading, it's one example from India. Professionals to mission, already mentioned the professionals who are traveling around. Recently the doctors who started traveling to the mission places and conducting a kind of health education along with the missionary initiatives. And Mission Andaman by the campus ministry. These kinds of travels and mission trips always was an evangelization tool in Jesus Youth. A new way of formation. We will have a lot of formation programs. We are dealing with the people or youngsters from different life situations. That necessitated the designing of different programs and training modules and the constant search for a new dynamics and approach to suit their needs. We have a lot of examples like History Makers, Discipleship Training Program, our own modules, our own Jesus Youth modules of formation, JET Training Program, Your Jyoti, Master Life. And even I would like to add here is that Jesus Youth has brought different new topics into the spiritual formation area. Maybe you can say that as a Jesus Youth style of doing programs and trainings. And another area I like to mention here is a very good innovative method or step we have taken in the history, the cultural exchange program. We have Sister Vijay Rose here. Sister took the initiative behind it to bring the youngsters, a small group of youth from North India. Yes, she deserves it. For an exposure to the Jesus Youth to Kerala, and we know about the program. They will have a retreat initially. They will stay with the Jesus Youth families. They will learn more about the church, the beauty of the church. And I'm glad to say that today evening we are going to start the cultural exchange program of this year, today evening at 4 p.m. So this was about more than 2,000 youngsters in the past years, and today when we look, we can see that all of them are very active in these mission places today. A new way of evangelization again. And the migrant care, where the church is putting its focus a lot in these days. Last year when we are attending the Catholic Council of India meeting in Ranchi, the CBC was expressing its focus on migrant students who are traveling to different places of India to study. One example that Jesus Youth has taken up after that was a Mission Northeast to target the Northeast students who are working or studying in South India. And this year we have a separate full-timer for that, and he's working among this. And today and yesterday and today, training program for the Northeast leaders is taking place in Bangalore. We have a lot of examples. The labor camp reach outs which is very famous in the Middle East now, reaching out to thousands of youngsters in the labor camps. Family visits which is taking place, the family visits of the migrant people soon after they reach in UK or the Northeast Mission in India. There are a lot of examples. You know that the migration, it's becoming a reality. More people are migrating today. Jesus Youth is well expert in attending them, getting in touch with them, receiving them, providing support for them, or arranging the pastoral care for these migrants. And again, very informal way of evangelization sometimes. Outing or fellowship meeting, sharing groups, lunch groups, outing and picnics, sports, games, using all these informal ways for evangelization. And we can see that when we look into the history, these casual fellowship meetings and praying together has brought forth a lot of initiatives in the movement. Maybe we can say that as much as formal meeting and discussions. What's happening in this area is that youngsters who are attracted to this movement through these kinds of informal platforms, later we can see that they get to more mature in their work with the Lord. Again, outreach is a special area where we, different types of outreaches we do. Outreaches have remained as a major concern even from the initial days of our movement. Maybe outreach ministries like the Teens Ministry or Angels Army or the Pro-Life Ministry or outreach initiatives like social outreaches, parish outreaches, music outreaches, mission outreaches. We have a lot of examples. One beautiful example recently, we have a beautiful prayer meeting near to my house. Maybe a prayer meeting for the ex-criminals of the Kochi city or the quotation people of Kochi city, an initiative taken by our police Babu Chetan and all, reaching out to, yes. New way of evangelization, reaching out to people in different stages and category. The area of media, Pope John Paul II mentioned in Custodialis Laici that the world of mass media represented a new frontier for the mission of the church today. We know that Java strides in the e-world. Yesterday we witnessed a lot of things today. We read it in the newspaper. The Gateway website what we launched yesterday, in that the Java blogs, articles, testimonies, podcasting and all these facilities in that. Or the JoinIt online community which we just launched yesterday again, the social networking platform, email groups in that, small communities or groups in that, the V-blog or the video blogging in that. In all that way Jesus Youth is trying to reach. Our website itself was a bold step towards this media evangelization. And also the Java strides in print world, already mentioned about our newsletter. The Kairos, the only one youth magazine with this kind of a message in Malayalam. The Angels Army which is reaching out to a lot of kids in these days. And the area of music, we know that our band, Rex Band, the music is often referred to as the language of young generation. The Jesus Youth movement is enriched with musical initiative. The most spectacular of them is the Rex Band, a musical outreach which we know that yesterday we got a little taste of it again. Or other bands like Covenant Singers, which is talking in the language of youngsters in a new way, using the music. And I would like to mention here one of the latest innovative steps we have taken or expand have taken, the Soul Cafe, what you have seen yesterday. Not like in this kind of a crowd, but Soul Cafes in the hangout places, targeting a new group, a very innovative way of evangelization. Art and theatre, audiovisual presentations, exhibitions. We have a lot of history of the Graceland or what is happening today. The Eucharistic exhibitions made by the Oman Jesus Youth or the Christmas exhibitions happening in Delhi. And all these are the ways the Jesus Youth use a lot of innovative ways for evangelization. Let me conclude. We know that most of the innovative steps in the evangelization at the moment grew out of prayer and a constant search of ways and means to reach out to the youth of different strata of the society. We know that in search of avenues of evangelization, Jesus Youth movement was almost left no stone unturned. But here just one thing for us to remind is that what Pope says in Evangelii Nuncianti again, evangelization will never be possible without the action of the Holy Spirit. Techniques of evangelization are good, but even the most advanced one could not be replaced the gentle action of the Holy Spirit. The most perfect preparation of the evangelizer has no effect without the Holy Spirit. Without the Holy Spirit, the most convincing dialectic has no power over the heart of man. We know that all these innovative steps came in the history with the work of the Holy Spirit when people were ready to take initiative in consultation with the Holy Spirit. So my vision prayer in this assembly is that the coming days may more innovative methods, the Holy Spirit may lead step by step in a more creative and innovative way our movement to reach out to the youngsters in the coming days. Thank you.